we called this podcast the kind of the lazy marketer 101. So I really want to dive into those pillars of your work, because I know you kind of bring that mindset into the work that you do day in and day out. You're trying new things, you're testing things out with the market. Sometimes they go really well. I'm sure sometimes they don't go well and you kind of let them go. I want to know, I know this is a big question, so kind of answer it how you see fit, but from a generalist marketer B2B mindset, what are your core tenets, would you say, today as a marketer, as you're kind of looking at the landscape of multifamily today?
Yeah, I'd say even broadly, the core tenets are: number one, put your customers at the center of your story. Nobody cares what you say about yourself. They care what your customers say about you. And if I have customer videos, customer quotes anywhere, I'm going to shove them in every single piece of marketing material, scatter them everywhere. I'm not going to have a customer's page. I'm going to throw a quote every single place. There's a really good website called AppQs. They're a software company, but they do such a good job of just like weaving customer quotes and faces throughout their entire website. Very good job. So that's my core tenet, like put your customers at the center of your marketing and center of your story. I think this kind of goes in line with this, and you and I talked a little bit about this, but I don't really care that much about what my competitors are doing. I don't pay that much attention to it. I don't really think about it that much, because if I'm trying to pay attention to what they're doing, then I'm inherently behind them. Right. So like they have a strategy. I'm like, oh, cool, I should have done that. Well, they already did it. What I am paying attention to is what my customers care about and what they're talking about. So I really like think about them constantly. I'm very fortunate to be in a role where I was that customer. So I have some context, but I'm not that for Move HQ or Dolly. I'd never worked in the moving industry. So that was a learning curve for me, like getting to know them and having lots of conversations. And in that same realm is talk to your customers as much as possible. Create opportunities where you do talk to them. Like Renter Obsessed was great. I had an hour to talk to the industry every single week and learn what they cared about. That's super valuable. Another thing to think about from a B2B perspective is one thing that Dimitri from Knock used to always say, which I loved, is you're either buying or building shit or selling shit. Those are the only two departments. I don't care what else you're building or selling it. Like your engineers.
That's pretty true.
So I was always on the selling shit team. And really, there are two ways to get people to take action. One is to inspire that action, make the value prop or make it so enticing that they want to. And two is to reduce friction. So while you're putting your customers at your center of your story, talking about things that they care about, positioning your product in a way that actually means something to them, you do that, you inspire action, but then you have to reduce friction. So really think about how your buyers want to buy today. They like to self-serve. They want to be able to schedule a demo on like a Calendly, Chili Piper, whatever link, and not do that back and forth. They want to see the product and get their hands on it maybe before they're ready to talk to a salesperson. Make it easy as hell to buy your product. That's really important to me.